Hello world, Cossy here with another roundup of Geek movie news, and this is a Comic-Con special. For those of you who don't know, San Diego International Comic-Con is this weekend, and there's a lot of Geek movie news coming out from it. Starting off with Captain America, the First Avenger. Now, US audiences are lucky enough to get this movie a week earlier than we are in the UK and Europe, and some figures coming in, looking good for Marvel Studios. The movie's made 29 million US dollars. On just Friday alone. 4 million of that was from midnight screenings the previous evening, and to put that into perspective, that's 4 million US dollars more than the Thor movie made, which was released earlier this year. It's doing so well that it's dislodged Harry Potter from the top of the US box office, and it looks like they've got a big smash hit again on their hands, which is good. Can't wait to see it. When I do, I will be doing a review, so look out for that. But Captain America, it's almost here. Good times. Next up, we've got the Avengers. Now, apparently, at the end of the Captain America movie, there is an extended, almost trailer-like scene for the Avengers movie. So it's going to be much longer than the scenes we've seen at the end of Iron Man 2, the Hulk, and Thor, which have only been very short, brief sort of things linking into the new continuity of these movies that leads up to the Avengers. Hopefully it's a good one. There's been leaked sort of grainy footage from it online. I'm staying away from that though. I want to see it in all its glory when I see Captain America, and hopefully this is going to get me even more excited about the Avengers movie than I already am. I don't know if that's possible, but yeah, fingers crossed it's a good scene and that we get a great Avengers movie next year. Next up, maybe a character you don't know a lot about, a character called Captain Canuck. Now, he is Canada's answer to Captain America. He's a character who's introduced in 1975 by Richard Comley and Ron Leishman. He's not a Marvel Comics character. He is an independent creation, so not linked to the Marvel Universe. But it's been picked up to be produced into a movie, and it's been picked up by Mind's Eye Entertainment, who are a Canadian company, and the original creators are involved in adapting this for the big screen, so we could get a good movie here. Just want to throw this out to Marvel. We've had a Captain America movie, we're going to get this Canadian sort of rip-off of Captain America movie. When can we have our Captain Britain movie? Soon, please? I want to see it. I'm sure quite a lot of people do. Nah, who knows? It's just me throwing that one out there. Next up is, I was really shocked about this, but apparently Captain Planet and the Planeteers is going to be made into a live-action movie. It's been picked up by Cartoon Network, who are working on developing this into a live-action movie, and yeah, I think this is awesome. It was great in its day, great TV show, great cartoon in the early 90s. I think that the environmental angle that it looks at has even more prominence today than it did back then, so we could have a really good movie on our hands if the right people are involved in it. Fingers crossed Cartoon Network don't mess this one up. So we're getting a Captain Planet movie at some point. Good times. Next up, maybe a property you've not heard about or don't know much about. It's called The Red Star. Now, this is going to be made into a movie series by Warner Brothers and producer Neil Mortiz. It's about an alternate reality, which is it's a science fiction sort of fantasy epic. It's previously been under production by Universal. They didn't do much with it. It's now been picked up by Warner Brothers. No big names linked with it yet. No director, no screenwriters, no stars. But yeah, it's in production. They're working on it. Warner Brothers has the rights to it. Hopefully they do more with it than Universal has in the time that they've had it sit in production hell. Next up, a series from Marvel Comics from the 80s that maybe people don't know much about. A series called Strike Force Morituri. Now, this is not linked to the main Marvel continuity. It's on a separate alternate reality. It's based on Earth, an Earth that has been taken over by aliens, and scientists develop something that can give normal people superpowers. Unfortunately, the side effect is they die exactly 12 months after they're given the powers. Despite that, this strike force put together of people who accept their fate, take this risk, become superheroes to try and save Earth, even though they know that it's eventually going to kill them. So, great concept, really different. It's been picked up to be produced into a movie. Strangely enough, not by Marvel Studios, actually by Waterman Entertainment. So, hopefully they do this justice. I think it's an interesting concept, could work really well on the big screen. So, fingers crossed. Another new series that has been picked up to be produced into a movie franchise is Rex Libris. For those of you who don't know, this is a comic that is a very sort of comedy-orientated action comic. It's been picked up by Walden Media, who want to make it into a family-orientated movie, and it follows the title character, who is a librarian, who, unbeknownst to the people who go to the public library, he is 1,000 years old and was the original librarian for the Library of Alexandria, given powers by the gods to make him immortal. So, really interesting concept. No news on whether this is going to be produced into an animated movie, a CGI movie, or a live action movie, just that the rights have been picked up and it's in development now. So, let's wait and see what they can do with the project. Could be good. Another series that's been picked up to be produced into a movie, and this one specifically an animated movie, is Chicken Hair. Been picked up by Sony Pictures Animation Division, and it's, for those of you who don't know about it, it's a comedy comic. It follows the title character, who's half chicken, half rabbit, and yeah, it's funny from the bits that I've read. I've not read all of the thing. I've read the first volume, which obviously I'm guessing the first movie is going to be based on. They're allowing the president of Dark Horse to be an executive producer, so maybe it'll keep a lot of the roots from the comic series, and yeah, that sounds good. It's probably a perfect project to be made into an animated movie. It's quite a funny comic, so let's wait and see. Next up, Dredd. The Judge Dredd reboot that we're going to see has a release date. And that release date is the 21st of September 2012. So not long to wait, just over a year. And hopefully it's a good one. I'm really looking forward to this. From what I've seen, the buzz online, and what I've read, this is going to be a more faithful Dredd movie to the character as seen in 2000 AD. It's going to completely ignore that terrible movie that I've mentioned previously that got made with a certain Sylvester Stallone playing Dredd, which was awful, and adds to a lot of films that are coming out next year. So next year could be a really good movie year for these type of movies. September 21st, 2012. Put in your diaries, guys. Last up, Conan the Barbarian, another reboot. A reboot that's getting released on August the 19th of this year. Interestingly, the same day as the In-Betweeners movie. So that's going to be a weekend of movies for me, I think. And yeah, this movie's got its first scene that's been released online by Lionsgate. I'm going to pop the link to that down in that description box for you to go and have a look. It's very bloody, it's very violent, and it looks good. Hopefully it is going to be as good as the original Conan movies. If you haven't seen them, they're from the early 80s, and they were brilliant. Go and grab them, have a look, because yeah, they are good films. Hopefully this one is going to be as good, if not better. So, not long to wait, August the 19th. As I say, guys, this is the first part of Geek Movie News from Comic-Con. The second part, once it's ready, is going to be popped just there, a link to it, and then you can click on it, you can go, yay, watch the second part. As always, if you like this and literally like it, like button's over here, you know where it is, go and click on it. Subscribe, favourite, put this on all of your social media sites, send it to your friends, and if you haven't already done so, in the description box down there, there's also a link to my Facebook fan site. Go and like that, become a fan of me on Facebook to keep up to date with your Geek Movie News. Until next time, guys, Au revoir.